Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un. And I'm here to go over a few tips and tricks into Escape from Tarkov, namely making money on the map Interchange. Now, this map has been out for about 2 wipes, and it is, in my opinion, one of the most well thought out maps that has ever been put into a video game. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me, but it's one of those maps that it just has a little bit of everything. If you want to snipe, guess what? There's some areas for you. If you want to make some money, guess what? Areas for you. And so with that, let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to maximize your profit while on the map, while minimizing your risk. All right, let's get to it. So always do interchange. I'm a fan of doing it at night. Alright, I'm going to do it PvE version just so that way I can show you guys where the loot spawns are and how to get into it, okay? So we're not going to do any AI, just cracking right into it. Now, the first thing to know about Interchange is that it is a very one-sided map. Now, what I mean by that is it's a map that prioritizes loot on one particular end. And so you have a tendency to see a lot of people rushing high loot spawns on that one side. And what we're going to be doing is going over some basic tips, tricks, and paths to get into the mall, get to the high loot locations before the competition arrives. Okay? Now, if you have a system that may struggle a little bit with getting into raids on time or coming in a minute late, these tips and tricks will actually allow you to catch up to people. Okay? There's a couple locations. I'm just going to go over all of the pathways that you can take in order to get into the mall. I'm going to break down high risk, high reward locations combined with what keys you should use, what areas to avoid, where you can set up ambush points if you need to. But the goal here is to focus on maximizing profit and doing runs with as little risk as possible. On average, my primary method of making money on this map takes about 12 minutes, and I can walk out with anywhere from 200 to 800k. And it seems like there's a big thing, but for every 12 minutes, that's not terrible. Even making 200k in 12 minutes is pretty good. You might as well go on reserve and get lucky finding a tank battery and extracting with it. We all know what kind of shit show reserve is right now with everybody running thermals and everything like that. So, but enough about that. Let's get right to this. We're creating loot pools. I really hope I had hit PvE only, just for the purpose of this. Alright, we're in. Okay, so we're going to break down some of these spawn locations. We got plenty of time. This is a in-depth guide. Okay, so we spawned at the Emercon checkpoint. Now, this is one of my favorite spawn points. It's also a risky one, because there's spawns over down the highway, as well as people who come from about midway over there by the parking area. Okay? Your idea here, when you spawn here, is to get into the mall as fast as possible. And this is one of the fastest ways. Get up. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a scav either walking down the ramp when you're coming down here, or walking in the parking area right here. Little silent shot, boom, problem solved. Now, I've seen people go in through here and then cut through the Goshen store. I can't in all honesty recommend that. Oops, out of stamina. Alright, So the primary goal there is to get into this side. Now this area is low traffic. Okay. Low traffic area. Avoid scavs. The idea here is we're not trying to get into combat. We're trying to get the loot. Okay. Of course, killing a player or two is a very lucrative way of doing it. So the first thing you're going to check is when you're coming through here, you're not going to run to the table like I just did. You're going to look, see if there's anything there. If you see something on the table and it's worth grabbing, grab it. In this case, we got a WD-40 that's like 4K at the current market rate. Not worth grabbing it to me. Okay. Now at this point, if you've done it correctly and you get in here as soon as fucking possible without having to worry about anything, you're going to see either a scav right here, walking up here, in this area here, or hiding behind the stuff over there. We're going to bypass the scavs. Okay. So then the next goal is to, once you get over that, and I take this pathway because it allows you to avoid getting shot from this side and from up there primarily. Nobody looks over there. Nobody checks it. Alright, from there, we go. Normally you see someone run into Texo here. I like to avoid it. Okay. In the seconds that it takes, because people like to come over here and go, oh, okay, well, there's a loot spawn here, there's a loot spawn there, there's more loot here, oh, look, there's loot over here. That's time that could be spent in getting into a better position and gaining a lead on anybody else that's coming. Another key thing to note, walking on the rails. If you notice, nearly silent. Okay, get up to tech light, boom, loot spawns here. Boom, loot spawns here. Tetris, boom. Loot spawns on the table, on these shelves here. Boom, boom. We got more loot right there. Loot up on this. All of this has chances of spawning loot. Jump up, look, boom, boom. Loot here, loot up here, loot over here. All of this is loot spawns. Now you're gonna grab as much of it as possible, and that's the key thing to note, okay? So you literally just grab everything. Alright, and why we're avoiding Texo down there is because while people are looting that, you're clearing the higher concentration of loot spawns. And what this means is that you have the higher chance of making it out with higher grade loot, as well as people wanting to check Texo to look for people who are already over there. Okay, kill the hatchling that runs over there. Okay, now from here, the goal is to avoid high loot or high risk locations. This room here has spawn chance on these table things. Not a high one, but you don't need to worry about that. Alright, we're going to get in here. There's loot spawns all over here. Boom. Tube, silicon tube. Alright, now, I can't tell you how many times I've been doing one of my loot runs and I see someone who made their way over here to camp right in this area. I'm going to tell you right now, if you come over in this direction to find somebody who's, oh, look, there's kill up, blap, 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 you're going to have a bad time. This is the most well-known spot on this entire map. You're not a special person for thinking, oh, I can kill somebody who's coming out of Kiba, or I can kill someone who's looting Killa. you're going to die. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I avoid this area generally like the plague. If I have to come this way, see, the goal is to make money, avoid combat, and get out. Alright, avoid Daddy James. That's a death zone. Now this is the riskiest part of this run. And the key thing to note is that we're literally just moving in a circuit. Okay? Enter this store. This is called German. Okay? Loot spawn. Loot spawn. Loot spawns all along here. Alright? Hit Voyage with the increased chance of loot on keys. Hit it. Nobody comes in here for much, occasionally if they're trying to find Killa. It's a relatively safe area. Low risk, high reward, weapons crate in the back. Alright, now this is the first of the keys, and this is a key that I recommend everybody gets because very few people know that this room right here, 1, has a key, and 2, has a chance of spawning lead X's. Alright, you can get lead X's in 3 locations on this map. Alright, so, ooh, morphine injector. Boom. 12K. Medical bag. Thing. Jacket. Sports bag. Alright. I bypass most of those because I have enough meds to last me until the next nuclear winter. And I run here. Grab the electronics, which spawn on that table, this shelf, and these racks. Doesn't matter what it is, loot it, get out. I have all of the keys to this map. This is the one of the 2 key, or I guess technically 3 keys that I'll use to make money with. Alright, in here, this is TTS. Alright. Got a T, another T, and then the S. Boom. This table. This table. This table. All electronic loot. These tables. Electronic loot. More electronic loot. Alright. Boom. Low risk area. No chance. I've literally think I've ran into like 3 or 4 players in about 700 raids in this room. That's how low risk this is. Alright. Now at this point, take a look, see what you got in terms of your backpack. Now in this case, I missed some loot because I wasn't intending to grab it, but I'm just demonstrating the value of what I'm getting. Okay? So, at this point, about 70% of the time, I'm 100% full already. Okay? At that point, you can either head this way to get to your extract, Emercon exfil, or this way to exfil. Okay? And by that I mean literally run. Right. Down a ramp. Out of sight. Okay? Just down here to the right, make a left outside of that room, and head straight to railway. You're out. Now, if you're a try-hard noob like me, who happens to have this key, the Kiba Outlet Great Door, and this key, the Kiba Outlet Store, you have the potential to make considerable profits. Now, if you don't have a good kit, okay, you don't have a good kit, and you're looking to make a little bit of extra money, don't even bother going to Kiba. Okay? There's other loot spawns on the map that make it better. However, if you've been unlucky and you have, say, somebody that you're running with that's just looking for some PvP or something, and you want to take an opportunity to say, okay, I want to risk it. Into Kiva you go. This is the most dangerous spot on this entire map. And if you've already collected good loot, ignore it, get out. On this, Gen 4 high mobility kit. On this guy, mother freaking blueberry armor. Okay, we're going to start here. On this side, DVL-10 or an MP133 shotgun will spawn there occasionally. You got these display cases, mods in it, all the time. Boom, apparently that one fell through. Interesting. Alright, on this wall, mods, 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 and more mods. Over here, same thing, more mods. An MP5 with a drum mag, usually filled pretty good, here. M4, here. M4, here. M4 SOP mod, here. AK-74 Magpool, here. Another AK spawns here. More mods. High-grade ammo. PST, not in that one. Usually I'll find RIP. I'll sometimes find Igolnik. Other times I will find SP9, SP6, and VSS BP. Okay? On top of here. Boom. Here. There. Over here. AK-105. Modded out about 80k to the... if you part it out or so. VSS spawn. VSS spawn. Another AK spawn. Another AK spawn. And my favorite, an RSAS spawn right about here. Okay? We go over here. Grenade spawns. Grenade spawns. More spawns in this case. Okay. If you are lucky enough to get out from here without getting killed by Killa, killed by players who are camping up there, right there, or up there, you have two options of your extraction. Number one, you have cover from this door. If you know that somebody is up there, you see someone take a shot, or something like that, you're gonna go 1, 2, out. But Supreme Leader, why not this way? Why not this way? Because if you're trying to make money, there is a high chance that there's going to be scavs here. Okay? But I'll just kill the scavs, right? In the time that it takes you to... Let's count it out here. Let's do it real quick, show you why. Okay? You come from here. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8 seconds. At full run, give or take. Without any stims, with average level strength of 5 right now, I believe. It takes 8 seconds at a full run. Not only that, but it also took almost all of my stamina. Okay? And I have almost maxed out endurance, just to give you guys a heads up. Really popular spot is right here. Do you realize that in 8 seconds, you have all of that flat area to clear? Okay? That makes you an easy target. Plus, if I wanted to, I could do the exact same from over by Jacob and Jacob over there with the glowing blue lights. It's a death trap. I don't go this way for a very specific reason. But Supreme Leader, what about the way that you just took, going straight? Doesn't that make you an easier target? Yes and no. The biggest threat is here. This is a secondary threat, and that's a secondary threat. The minute you come out of this door, you are fucked. If you are not careful. Dodge left, dodge right. Alright, now at this point, I'm exposed to here, but somebody who's expecting me to go this way. And I'm exposed to the person here who's expecting me to either go straight or do this. Okay? Now, by moving in this manner, I have now made it harder to hit, and now I have some cover from anybody who's up there. It's not great cover, but it is cover. I have cover from anybody down here, be it Killa, Scavs, or whatever. Their only target is the top of my head. At this point, this guy is no longer a threat, and he cannot reposition in time to come after us. Our only threat at this point is this guy, and that's if he spawns there. Or not spawns there, if he's camping there. Into here. Grab loot. Duck out. Crisscross as needed. You want to avoid poking your head into Mantis. Mantis is a death trap because Killa can spawn in. Once again, we're back over here. Now, if you've already looted TTS and Emercon, good. If you come out of Kiba, you ignore these two, unless you want to risk death. Because the time that somebody saw you while extracting from Kiba, you have to go this way, straight this way to get out to Emercon checkpoint. Get through Goshen. Boom. Goshen is a gold mine. If you have the Goshen key, which of course I do, you can open up these registers. Registers contain a lot of loot, or a lot of money each. I mean, not a lot, but in total you can make about 40 to 50k if you loot all of these. I don't recommend looting them all, but you can. Usually if I'm have a slot or two left over and it's been relatively quiet, I'll hit, 10, 15 of them, make 30k, and I'm good to go. Okay, so now let's say you are trying to get parts for your hideout, or you're looking to make some additional money. Like, say you couldn't hit Kiba, you don't have the keys, or Kiba's already been hit, or, something like that. And you don't have the Goshen key, which honestly is not worth it unless you plan on hitting a lot of registers and spending a lot of time as someone's target. We're going to go over here. You see these? These have a chance of spawning bitcoins, gold chains, and chainlets. At a high chance, I think I find one about every 3 raids. Okay, behind here, weapons crate. Over here, food, water, and ammo spawns. Oh, and an AK apparently. I've never found an AK there. Interesting. Weapons crate. Big weapons crate. This is another one. Okay. If you don't have, or if you've had a shitty run, grab a backpack, run to this room. Just grab a backpack, bring a pistol, run to this room. Weapon spawns here, or rather mods. Mods. Computers with a decent chance of spawning flash drives. Flash drive. Flash drive chance. Weapons crate. Food and water spawns. Sports bag. Weapon, or food and water spawn. Computer. Computer. Sports bag. Ammo, water spawns. Jacket. Guaranteed lunchbox. Almost guaranteed, I should say. There it is. Lunchbox. Go up this way. Or vice versa. Come from TechLight, head straight here, and easy money. Easy 200k. Low risk. And if we look down here, guess what? We're back up top, and we have TechLights. There's 2 weapons crates over here, little cubes. Both of them usually have a lunchbox. Okay. You hit this room, and you can basically guarantee that you're walking out with about at least 170k worth of computer parts. It's low risk, nobody comes here. And you have time to actually get in here, grab the loot, and go. You hit a couple of these and you're set. Now, in the next video on making money on Interchange, I'm going to go over the hidden stashes and the path that I take to guarantee that I'm going to walk out with as much loot as possible with almost no risk. So, with that, I thank you for your time, and thank you for stopping by the Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un's channel. I will have my Discord listed below. Feel free to stop by, chat with me, as well as my Twitch. I stream almost every day now, and I look forward to clapping some cheeks with y'all. Have a great day, and I'll see you later in true Korea.